Yeah, I was ready, they didn't have my back. They was petty, I stayed in my bed. On that petty, I brought it right back.
Oh, by the title, you can see this one's going to get real spicy. You might want to watch this one all the way through, y'all. Make sure y'all drop a like on the video. And amen, I hope everybody's had an amazing week. Happy early Mother's Day. Love to all of our beautiful mothers out there. And I hope y'all have been spreading the love, man. A lot of crazy, sick things are going on in the world we live in, man. We have been declining. And I encourage y'all to please spread the love to one another, man. Be kind, care, man. Love on your kids, love on strangers, love your family members, just spread the love, man. I encourage y'all to do that, man. Suicide rates, depression, anxiety at an all-time high. PTSD all-time high, you guys. Spread the love, man. But let's get into this one. I want to thank the beautiful Jennifer for sending this one over for me to react to and check out. From the Black conservatives perspective. So please, link in the description box down below. Make sure y'all go check him out, show him some love. But let's jump straight in, you guys. Oh man. Oh boy.
Parents and teachers are fired up.
This plan as proposed dumps all the discomfort on our kids.
It will fracture neighborhoods.
They filled the boardroom as Seattle Public Schools Superintendent Brent Jones outlined a plan to close 20 elementary schools for the 2025-26 school year, going from 70 to 50.
But what I don't know is how, being one of the most informed people in my community, I'm not sure where we're going. And that's just concerning.
I understand that parents are a little bit concerned, maybe a lot concerned, about what's going to happen to their child. But I believe that we are forthright and we are honest about trying to have more services.
The district uses just 65.
Y'all know, man, we love our kids, man. And I'm wishing the best in all you guys' life, but not just you guys' life, your kids' life, man. The youth, baby. The youth. Yes, indeed, man, because pretty soon we'll all be gone. And, that's just the way of life, The new generations, the new life. That's how things keep revolving, man. The energy and the spirit lives on forever, man. So love to the kids, man. And again, y'all, don't take time for granted, man. Do not take this time for granted. For real.
5% of elementary school space. Consolidating, they say, would bring that up to 85%. With a budget shortfall of nearly $105 million, the superintendent has laid out his well-resourced schools vision.
More adults, caring adults, more professional adults within their ranks, with their students to try to make a better service model for them.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. On this episode of You Get What You Vote For, we're not in.
And y'all know we do the same episodes on our OK Life channel. You get what you vote for. You get what you vote for. We do similar episodes just like this on OK Life, man. And we show y'all what's going on, man. We show y'all people. Things not being done, criminals walking around freely, smiling. We show you what's going on in these blue city and states, man. We show y'all what's going on in old blue. You get what you vote for, man.
Chicago, we're not in New York, we're not in Memphis, we're not in San Francisco.
Oh man.
Not in LA, not in California, but still on the left coast, right? We are on the left coast. We're in Seattle, okay?
Oh, Seattle.
You can see here, this headline, legislature passes more than $32 million in asylum seeker aid, okay? So you have the Democrats in Washington state legislature giving illegals millions and millions and millions and millions and millions more taxpayer dollars. Okay, this is a story that is as old as the Biden administration. Okay, Democrats giving taxpayer dollars to illegals while their cities, while their communities of American citizens are suffering. Like, for example, some of these communities in the city of Seattle, which is a liberal woke city, you have parents, liberal parents, that are upset with their local politicians because of the lack of school funding, because the city is facing a budget crisis. So in response to the budget crisis, what they're doing is they're cutting back on elementary schools. So they're closing down elementary schools and sending all the kids into other schools, and parents are outraged by this over obvious reasons. Take a look.
We know that the school district, they're hoping to dig themselves out of a more than $100 million budget gap. The school board did give that green light to the superintendent, which means he can now create a list of the schools that could be potentially closed.
Aye. Director Top?
Aye. All in favor.
I know that this is a very emotional topic, the idea of needing to close schools.
The Seattle School Board unanimously signs off on a proposal that could close more than 20 elementary schools in the district.
We are looking at the schools that are very small as potential for being consolidated into other schools.
According to the district, elementary schools are only at 65% capacity, and this new plan would increase school utilization to 85%.
We cannot cut and consolidate our way out of a revenue problem.
Parents, teachers, students, and staff.
To be blunt, this is a bad plan, intended to execute a flawed strategy built on incorrect assumptions, and you, as the school board directors, are the only people with the power to stop it.
All in attendance speaking out against the plan to create a system of well-resourced schools.
When you decide to close schools, it's deeply personal to students, families, and teachers.
This plan needs to be the result of close collaboration with the families, students, and educators who are the heart of this district.
And now that the superintendent has the green light from the school board, he can now make that list of recommendations. They're hoping to get that recommendation list out to the public in June, and then a final list would come in the fall. Live in Seattle, Hannah Knowles, KOMO News.
Yeah, so I totally understand why these parents are upset, right? Because their kids are probably going to be forced into schools with hooligans, right? That's what's going to happen, okay? Because if you're going to a school that is a smaller school that does not have as many other students, the classrooms aren't as big, your kid is probably going to have a better quality education experience, okay? You're going to have more one-on-one help. The teacher is going to be able to give them more attention, more resources. They're probably going to learn more, right? But once you start stuffing these kids into these big schools, right, where you have 30, 40, 50 kids in one class, okay, sometimes the quality of education goes down significantly, right? So these parents are outraging because they know what's about to happen, right? The writing is on the wall. Their kids are going to get stuffed into some of these schools, again, with other children that, you know, may or may not be a good influence on their kid, and they're going to be in larger classrooms, okay? They're going to get less attention. They're going to get less resources. The quality of their education experience is going to go down significantly, right? They know this. So this is why they are upset. And I don't blame them, because this is the same city that is bending over backwards to try to find money to take care of illegals, okay? So they're cutting elementary schools, closing down elementary schools, but yet they're trying to find funding to take care of illegals because the so-called asylum seekers have essentially stolen public land. Okay, I did this story a couple days ago about how some illegals in Denver were seizing private property in an effort to force the government to pay for better housing, shelter, right? So they want better food. They want to have hot showers. They want to be able to use the showers for an unlimited amount of time. Okay, they uppity. Okay, they real uppity and they real bougie. Okay, so you have a similar situation happening in Seattle, where again these so-called asylum seekers are saying, "Look, we'd rather stay in these tents and cook outside and to live like this, rather than to stay in some of these shelters. If you're not going to give us a luxury experience." Okay, so now Seattle is desperately trying to find money to take care of these illegals. However, they can't, because between the state and the city, they burned through more than $100 million of taxpayer money taking care of these people, and they don't have any more, right? They're done. Okay, they're cooked. Okay, so This is a situation that they're dealing with in this city. And again, this is just an absolute disaster. But hey, a lot of these people voted for it.
And Ahmed, I mean, these conversations have been ongoing for months now, at least since the beginning of the year. And these asylum seekers have only been asking for housing for at least 2 months. They say that if they would have had housing, if the city of Seattle would have stepped up, then we probably wouldn't be here today. In fact, we're just seeing the city of Seattle employees pull up this very second to continue these conversations with the owner and possibly pay up for the current stays. And now we're learning they may be evicted as soon as tomorrow, unless things change here within the next few minutes.
Now, keep in mind, again, they're going to get state money eventually, right? It's going to take time for them to get the state money. So, again, the state is paying, $30+ million to take care of these migrants while schools are closing down. That is what's happening. Okay, and Seattle, again, is bending over backwards to try to figure out, okay, well, in the meantime, right, how do we take care of these individuals, right? How do we pay for the cost of shelter for these people?
In solidarity, asylum seekers are raising their voices alongside Eli Min, owner of the Quality Inn in Kent, calling on the city of Seattle.
I've built relationships with a lot of families, met and played with their children. They've told me their history and their travels from their countries to here.
He's stepped up, housing refugees on and off since January. Their funding has run out multiple times, forcing them back out on the streets, or better yet, camping at Palo Burnett Park just last week.
Traumática.
A situation Mayualidad Alvarez, a single woman from Venezuela, tells me has been traumatic, impacting children the most. With more than 200 people out in tents, neighbors in the Leshai community raised health concerns.
The city of Seattle contacted me, made a verbal agreement to house these families at my hotel.
The agreement was for at least 40 rooms, housing families with small children through July 1st. Eli says because of his relationship with the asylum, he was flexible. He trusted the city of Seattle and expedited the process, getting folks out of the park and into shelter without having a contract in hand or signed.
Now that they've gotten them out of the park and into the hotel, they have totally switched up that agreement and is not honoring what they told me originally.
So this guy got hoodwinked, led astray, run amok by the liberal city of Seattle.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, I got to tell you, you don't do stuff like that, okay? You need to make sure you get that cash money first before you start providing goods and services to these people, because essentially it seems like you just gave them a free stay, right? You just burned a hole in your pocket thinking that you was going to get money from the government.
I feel used, I feel manipulated, and I especially just feel terrible for these families.
Without a contract, there's no money. Unfortunately, refugees will have to be evicted. Mayualidad tells me she's disappointed. It all feels like false promises.
I'm just going to be transparent. They want to pay for one day as soon as possible, whether that's today, tomorrow, or early next week.
Eli says the city is now in talks of a new contract that would only run through Monday. I reached out to the city, who says they're committed to funding hotel stays for 45 families through June, but it may be at a different hotel. A possibility asylum seekers are not happy with, as Jonathan, a Congolese seeking asylum, says they're counting on the city to make right on their promises to Eli. I did reach out to the city, and they say that they remain committed and that housing will be provided. As you guys heard, these asylum seekers do not want to leave the city of Kent because this is where their kids now go to school, and this is where they've since become a community. Again, city leaders just pulled up to this Quality Inn in Kent, and these conversations will continue. We're going to keep you posted as we continue to learn more. For now, live in Kent, Alejandra Guzman, Fox 13 News.
Yeah, so committed to housing asylum seekers, right? Asylum seekers. Which, by the way, you see all these people, they're from all over the world, right? You got Africans, Asians, Venezuelans, Colombians. You got people from all over the world, okay? I mean, this is just something that these people are taking advantage of to try to get jobs here in the United States of America. They're not really asylum seekers. But anyways, they're committed, right? They're committed to finding the money, right? Getting them into these shelters, getting them housed, while also not committing to keeping elementary schools open, right? When you have these parents that pay taxes and say, hey, I want my kid to go to a good elementary school where, you know, their class size isn't, you know, ridiculously large and there's not a bunch of hooligans and they can get the attention that they need and the resources that they need. No. You can't do that, right? We have to consolidate. We need to cut. Okay. But when it comes to the so-called migrants, no. We have to bend over backwards to make sure they have a place to stay. Again, it's pretty amazing how that works. But hey, you know, they'll still vote blue, right? That's what they'll do. Okay, I mean, we'll see.
Won't ever learn. They won't ever learn. It's just another episode of You Get What You Vote For. Well, Grandma used to say, you reap what you sow, though. You're going to reap what you sow. Shout out to Grandma. Rest in peace.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, if all these people actually really, had common sense and they really wanted to solve the problem, a lot of these liberal cities should go red, right? They should be pure red in the 2024 election, voted for Trump in order to attempt to try to fix this problem at the border. But as long as they keep voting for Biden and Democrats, it just ain't going to happen. So it is what it is. Only can feel so bad when, again, this is what you voted for. So, hey, let me know what you got.
Another episode of You Get What You Vote For. Calling it out, you guys. Comment down below what y'all think. Drop a like on the video. And just know that we're wishing the best in all you guys' life, man. Like I tell y'all, we've been covering a lot of stuff, man. You know, from reactions to doing our own thing, going out into the public, doing our own research. And it's really just... It's a headache, but it's really sad and depressing, you guys, you know. And again, you get what you vote for. You know, we have become a laughing stock, man. We have become, you know, it's just, again, I gotta watch. I try to watch my words, man, but it's sad, man. So I'm wishing the best in all you guys' life. Happy Mother's Day. And I hope y'all have an amazing weekend. Bless you and your family. Y'all take care. And just know that I love y'all, man. And I will catch you beautiful people in the next one. Peace and love, y'all.